Welcome to this Deck Tech. I'm Paul, I'm your host from the first Rule of Nerd Club. In this Deck Tech we have Lord of the Nazgûl. The basics of the deck are, you want to play lots of instants and sorceries, so then you can bring out loads of 3/3 black wraiths. You also want to be using that to your advantage, so when you're casting spells you want to be doing damage, so then hopefully when you get to that 9 wraiths you can start smashing people's faces. If that lets you whistle, then keep on watching the Deck Tech. Lord of the Nazgûl. It is a flying wraith noble. It's 3 and a mere. It basically reads, wraiths you control have protection from the ring bearer. It's not going to make too much difference. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, create a 3/3 black wraith creature token with menace. Menace is always awesome. Then if you control 9 or more wraiths, wraiths you control have the base and toughness of 9/9 until end of turn. Now that is wicked. A little bit of a side note, I'm not sure why people keep putting the 9 wraiths in this. They're like $10 each. Like, come on, I'm not spending $90 on cards that ain't really actually fitting into this theme of the deck. It wants you to play instants and sorcery spells, and it just doesn't fit into this deck. Now, how do we play the deck? So, turn 1s and 2, basically you want to be getting out as much mana and much rampant as you can. So you want to get mana out. You also want to be getting like mana rocks out, because our main focus is to get this commander out so we can start creating 3/3 wraiths. Then turn 3, if you can get another mana rock out, that would be great. Then you want to be trying to put in creatures like the changelings that we've got. We've got changeling, outcast, maybe universal automation, just so that when they hit the battlefield we have then got, obviously they're classed as wraiths, so we can start building up a bit faster. Turn 3 you can bring out cards like Area First Lockwane, or maybe things like Rona Shieldred's Faithful. Basically, when you play Shieldred, it says whenever you cast in some sorcery spell, your opponent loses 1 life. So it kind of sets us up. So maybe if we've got no changes out, what happens is we can use them. So when we're casting them spells to create wraiths, we're doing them 1 damage each time. Same as the Area First of Lockwane. Every time we create a wraith, it's going to be doing 1 damage because it's a black creature to all opponents. Turn 4, we want to be getting our commander out. If we have ramped enough and we've managed to get out, turn 4 we are wanting to get our commander out. Or you can bring out Mirkwood Bats, which is basically carrying on with the theme. Whenever you create or sacrifice a token, each opponent loses 1 life. Then hopefully, if you can't get out of turn 4, but you can definitely get out of turn 5, this is when we want to start playing all the cheap instants and sorcery spells. These can be like Birthday Escape. You draw a card, the ring tempts you. Then you've got Preordain. Scry 2, draw another card. Or you've got Serum Visions and Gitaxian Probe. Another draw cards, and each one of these are only 1 mana. So by the time you get your commander out, hopefully turn 4, turn 5, you'll have all this extra mana. You can just play this and start bringing out these wraiths super quick. You also want to try and get Wonder into your graveyard, which basically says as long as Wonder is in your graveyard and you control an island, creatures you control have flying. So not only will there be 9/9 wraiths, there will also be 9/9 wraiths with flying. So it would be great to hopefully get that in your graveyard around turn 5, 6, maybe 7. So then hopefully when you've got enough wraiths, they'll all have flying and they'll all be able to smash face because no one's going to be able to block it. And with all my decks, I've always got to have an extra Wincorn, maybe 2. Some of them even got 7, which is my AC Tyrant of Gaia Strait's deck. Amazing deck. So you've also got an extra Wincorn in here, which basically makes people like die from damage. So you have Professor Onyx on the battlefield. You have Chain of Smog in your hand, you cast it, it says target player discards 2 cards from his or her hand. That player may copy this spell and may choose a new target for the copy. Well, you constantly choose yourself, so you basically discard cards. It doesn't matter if you have any cards in your hand or not, you can still, keep copying the card and keep choosing yourself. So then every time you keep copying it for yourself, and every time that you do that, because you're playing an instant or a sorcery, it basically says whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So that's amazing. You can just do lots of damage like that. An honourable mention in this deck is Bolus Citadel. Now, why is this an honourable mention? Well, if you think about it, you may look at the top of your library at any time. Now, not just that, you can then cast them for life. the amount of 1 mana spells, maybe 2 mana spells in this deck is phenomenal. So if you can get this out maybe turn 5, you then can just sit from the top of your deck, as long as they're not mana. If you can get through maybe 5, 6 cards, all of them are like instants and sorcery spells within 1 turn. It may cost you like 5 life, 6 life, but that's no. Once you've done that, you can end up with like 5 or 6 wraiths in 1 turn. So this Bolus Citadel is an amazing add-in to the deck. I just love the fact that you can just get out so many wraiths in one go. Now, the full deck list is in the description below, so go and check it out. There is a Patreon link in the description as well, so if you feel like checking out that and help supporting the channel, then it's greatly appreciated. If this deck tech ain't for you, and you like playing a lot of enchantments and smashing face with someone who is riding a toad, then watch this Tatsuzari Toad Rider deck tech next.